Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for the 26th of August, and we'll be looking at Atlassian, TWST Bioscience, Roku and Zillow. And this first stock here has pulled back quite nicely here in terms of an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. The wave 3 has got some good things going for it and not so good. One of the good things for it is that it's powerful. It gapped, which we'd expect in wave 3, and it's longer than wave 1. It's just that wave 4 comes up and touches it a little bit here, so I'm a bit concerned about that, in that this could come deeper through here, but it is building up quite a nice base through here. So obviously we can start, we're in group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80, and it's good that it's sitting in 65 here. So support on 72 here on 172, that would give it a bit more evidence of another little piece of evidence that we'll be moving up from that point there. So yeah, all in all, wave A is nice and sharp. Wave C is on a bit more of an angle because that's what we sort of look for. And yeah, I think it's all going quite well. So I think that we can look to go long on top of 172 as a bit of support there. So just bringing this back in here. So what I was thinking for the support here is that we need the first high above the level. Don't worry about the price where that is and so on. What we're just looking here for is just a nice little bit of support. So we want that first high above the level, wherever it may be, and then we want the market to come back and test that 72. So just looking for something like that, just that first high above the level there. So we'll allow that to move up, and when it comes back and sits there, then that reference point is your, wherever that may be, that's your catalyst at that stage. The stops can stay under this level here for that, so I'll just put that in red here. And then we can also look to copy that to build in a little bit further up here too, on top of the 80 here. If you want to go long right here, then that's fine, but you'll just need to leave the stop out of here. And yeah, I think everything's okay in that way. Just trying to see if there's any other patterns within this simple ABC that could throw us out here for this. I don't think so. So I'll just leave it at that. So visually, you just want support on that 72. That's going to be very helpful. Okay, so TWST Bioscience is the next one here. So with this particular stock here is that I can see that well, normally I would be looking for, even though I've got the top in here for this as wave 3 here and looking for wave 5 of 3 here and looking for wave 4 here, that may not be the case. This can still just climb higher, and we obviously don't want to miss anything. So normally we would start off up here with this and then lower it down to that one, but we can lower it down to this one here for this. And if that gets triggered in, make it sure it's a nice clean break from that high here. So let's just get that sitting in here. Yeah, so I can label this in different ways in terms of having this moving more impulsive, but I'll just leave it because this is having this labeled here, I'll leave it there, and we can expect to move back to this point here. But if this is breached here, then there's an opportunity that this is going to go up, because really when you look at this here, it's come up to the level, it's reacted from the level, and then it's come up here and sat on the level. So that can be done in, I mean, normally we look for this here. So it comes up to the level, reacts, first high above the level, and then drops back below the level, testing demand. And then if the demand is there, then it kicks it back up to here and just makes it a safer trade. But it doesn't always have to drop below the level here. We can also get this variation of this pattern sitting here as well. So that's what we're looking at here. Normally we take this one and then we'll take this one here. There is a bit of risk in this, but we can keep normally quite a tight stop on this scenario, so we'll just stay with that. So looking for a push higher here in this case. Okay, Roku is the next stock that we're looking at. So no change here since last time we spoke. We want to look for support on the 150. Not quite sitting there. There we go. So we just don't have that support sitting on that 150 just yet for that, and that's what we're looking for, and we don't have it. So if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. But we're still looking for another move to the upside. So we're not going to miss anything here. We're just going to buy new highs here, and we can just also bring that down onto that last high here. Just make sure there's a nice break of that particular high there. Or you can wait for another little high to come in and work it. We do need to be a little bit careful. It could be, I mean, it looks like we've got 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave and fifth wave, and that would give us an ABC pattern to the upside. So the ABC pattern would come in at So to be out of the woods, I mean, we could get something like this here that just pops up to here as an A wave, a B wave, a C wave here, and then have 5 waves down here. So we just need to be a little bit mindful of that, and then come back over here. So perhaps what we'll do here is we'll take a balanced view and we'll just make this here half position, and then we'll wait to see if we get support sitting on this 61.8% at that stage. So we'll just yeah, okay, well that's taking a balanced view of that. And Zillow, we're doing the same thing here again as well. We're there's no indication that we're in a bearish trend here in terms of the internal structures of this main trend here. Once again, we normally expect the arrival. It's not always a perfect arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then an ABC correction. But at the same time, we look to, once that first high comes in, we look to stick that on the first high. Because if it goes straight up, of course we want to be on it, and realistically the trend is moving to the upside, so we do all the right things. But then we can bring it down to the second high here and even into this high here. So we want a clean break of that. That brings us into, so that's quite interesting really, because that will be 83. So if we look at, this is a major level here. So we've got we've got group 1 here. So the top of group 1 is 83. And of course we've got 82 there. I won't put that in. But 1, 2 and 3 here make up group 1. I'll just nail that down a bit nicer there. Did I end up with 2 on there, did I? So maybe go to the intraday, and if you get a tested support on top of this, then let's clean this up. If you get a tested support on top of group 1, which is 83, then we know that we'll be leaving the closest largest number. But this is just retesting supply up here and can drop here. So on the intraday chart, you want to be looking at it as the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then the little ABC pattern. And then if it's breached from either this one or this one, then you can go long from that point. But getting tested support on top of 3 will separate the order flow from being pulled at 80 in the market depth there. So you'll see, you can watch that occur. So that's really what you're looking at in this at this stage. But otherwise, we'll look for this ABC pattern here. So anyway, we just don't want to we don't want to be fixed on something when there's no point, you know. And this could still just travel high as wave 1 and back for wave 2 and so on. So, you know, we're just really using Elliott to help us with the direction, and the direction is up. We're not seeing any 5-wave structures to the downside. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated.